What's up, everyone? Alex here. I know it's really weird that I'm not on camera, not physically my face on camera. I feel weird about being on camera, so I decided to not be on camera. I've been doing that for the last couple videos. I don't know why. Just a thing I'm going through, I suppose. But I wanted to start this afternoon, with a little bit of a story. This book I just got for my birthday. My birthday's tomorrow. I'm not doing anything special on social media, really. Like, it's not anything I'm too worried about, but my wonderful partner, Justin, got me this book, How to Be You by Jeffrey Marsh. Online sensation Jeffrey Marsh. They are incredible. I suggest looking them up on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. They're more active on Instagram and TikTok, I believe, though I don't use TikTok, so I have no idea there. But I met them in person, and I used to own this book before I got divorced. Um, I met them, and I saw them, like, they spoke at a college in a tiny auditorium. I wish I could remember the location besides Iowa, but there's a reason I journal so much and take so many pictures, is because my memory sucks. And I have a picture of me standing next to the wonderful and very tall Jeffrey Marsh. Took a picture with them after like their little thing that they had with us in the auditorium, and they we had a copy of this book that we bought, and they signed it, like, addressed to the two of us, me and my wife at the time. And then they had asked us to sign their book. So they have autographs of their fans in a book somewhere. So somewhere, Jeffrey Marsh has my autograph. I think that's kind of cool. I think that would be cool if I ever did some networking and became like a regular connection with Jeffrey Marsh. I think that is really cool to think about. But the book stayed on a shelf. I bought it because of the name, tied to it. Got it signed and then kept it on a bookshelf. So I didn't actually know what was in this book until well, Justin told me, really. It's kind of the idea I had for an identity related book, workbook rather. It's kind of a little bit of like, this is how to be you. This is how to be comfortable in your identity. Here's some validating points, and here are like workbook pages that you can like fill out. And first of all, I love this. Stop trying to be someone else and start living your life. Jeffrey Marsh. The aesthetic is beautiful. Look at all the flowers. And I love this. All the dedications to different people. And I like this last point. This book is dedicated to anyone who has ever felt like an outsider. Yes, you can sit with us at lunch. I'm going to take a picture of that. That might be thumbnail material. I'll think about it. And all the sections, I mean, it's really just going through the sections in general. I'm not going to be doing a full-on, like, cover-to-cover review of this, but first of all, I like the size. I like just, you can notice things. It's so easy to read. The spacing is great. The numbering is great. That is so adorable. I love the watercolor balloon and that almost calligraphy style, like thick watercolor. I know it probably looks more like a thick calligraphy ink, but I think that's just not watered down watercolor is what makes that effect. It's beautiful. And then the first little like introduction on, their background and sort of an introduction, how to be you. I love, it seems like there's a theme of the little, just simple picture to sort of separate the sections. Don't try to be perfect. And then more, like, we've got a little bit of like the workbook type stuff. When you don't meet the standards, when you aren't the world's idea of perfect, how do you treat yourself? List the ways you punish yourself for not being perfect. Oh my goodness. That's also so big. I would be putting like mini lists within these points. It's so huge. But I like that. It's noticeable. You can go back and look at it, do some self-reflecting. I almost don't want to write in it because the way it's printed, it's such a nice like material, a nice texture. Imagine your perfect life and different prompts, like what you want for yourself. 20 years from now, I don't want to think about that because I'm going to be 33 tomorrow and I don't want to think about that. So never mind 20 years from now. I will feel like a failure 20 years from now. I cannot imagine me doing anything different in 20 years, which I guess is the good thing about this book, is that maybe it will help me gain some introspection. Trust yourself. I like it. Very simple sort of validations. Sorry for my voice. Wow, that was strange. Sort of a like asking Jeffrey Marsh questions and they answer them. Wonder Woman as a model for trusting yourself. I think that's kind of cool. Ooh, what is this? Use this space to design your own superhero cape. I thought that was a volcano and I was like, what is this? But that's really cool. Design your own superhero cape. I highly recommend this book, if not just watching Jeffrey Marsh's content. Sorry, I'm trying so hard to do this with one hand. Imagine someone who has always been your hero. Pick anyone alive or dead, real or fictional, someone you admire for being strong and wise. Once you have a clear picture of your hero or heroine, write a dialogue with that person. Pick an issue that's been troubling you, or something you worry about, and ask your hero about it. You'll be writing both sides of the conversation. Try not to predict or guess where the conversation will go. Just do your best to speak honestly, from the heart, as you and as your hero. Use a separate sheet of paper if there's more to say. I love that. I love this aesthetic. This is inspiring me for my own aesthetic. For like my zine, I like the very consistent theme and the ooh no stay open, and the color. I like the color. It's very simple, black and purple and white going on, which is very nice. Prompts. Cool. Okay. Answering questions about yourself. I love this so much. And then more hero stuff. I really like this. I feel like a lot of this Jeffrey Marsh has covered in videos, just in a shorter format. They usually put up videos that are 30 seconds to a couple minutes long on Instagram or TikTok. Just, you know, if you have this problem in your life, this is what you should probably focus on. Validation and support and stories from their life and their upbringing and everything. So I really like that. Your favorite things. Oh, goodness. Well, toenail polish color. No, thank you. Favorite president. Has there been a good one? I know that's strange. This would cause me to overthink things. I'm trying to keep it open, but it's harder the farther I make it into the book. But that's pretty much it, is that it gives you a section on, you know, identity, some backstory, things like that. And then it has little written prompts in it, or little writing prompts in it, which is so cool. I love that. I love that a lot. So I'm going to be scouring this. This is going to be going in my pile of books in the backdrop for my videos. I have books over there. This is going to be added to that pile. It's going to be great. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about how awesome Jeffrey Marsh is and my experience with meeting them and everything. Currently, I'm supposed to be drawing and working on the zine, but I'm kind of being lazy today. I got a new job, basically kind of a manager, so it's also in retail, so that's going to be interesting to deal with. I'm not in food service anymore, so I don't know what to think about that. It's very weird. But yeah, and also over on the couch, ignore like everything else around it, the soda stream and my pile of clothes that I was supposed to like put on if I was going to record. My hat's over there, but I'm not on camera, so that's fine. That big pile of notebooks over there, can I zoom in without it looking weird? It looks kind of fuzzy on my phone. That was my end result of sorting through my notebook. Whoa, okay, hold on. What? There? Oh, it's got a wide lens. Okay, I see. Fancy new phone, still learning, but that pile of notebooks, that's all empty. Notebooks that I only wrote a little bit in and like never touched for the longest time. I ended up tearing the pages out and transferring that information to, fewer notebooks. In fact, very fewer, kind of condensing everything together. The lone notebook there is one that I'm giving away, and then I'll just find more people to take these other notebooks. So yeah, I actually ended up going through all of those notebooks and ending up with more than half of them to get rid of, which is awesome. So now I actually have just a handful of notebooks for very specific uses. They're either almost full or I'm actively using them right now, because I really needed it to be a functional type of thing. Like I needed more practicality in this process of having notebooks in my life. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that I got that done. But yeah, I suggest this book. I suggest Jeffrey Marsh. Look them up. They're so amazing. They got married in the last couple of years, which is really nice. But due to the pandemic, they got married over Zoom, which was wild. That's wild to think about. But yep, I think you should definitely check this book out. It's definitely inspiring because I stopped working on my gender workbook for a while because I just didn't know what the heck to do with it. So I like that I have this to use it as kind of inspiration. Anyway, that's pretty much it, and I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing my best. I feel like I'm being incredibly lazy lately, but also making a lot of very tiny steps in the right direction. One of these days, I might even come back to YouTube a little more regularly. I think that would be very nice. But anyway, I'm going to go back to possibly drawing and binging a lot of YouTube junk that I like to watch. And I'll see you at some point. I'm signing off for now. See you later. Goodbye.